Math and assistive technology when handwriting is not your thing in high school and beyond, presented by Linda Bellovo. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, every state is required to have an assistive technology center. AT in New Hampshire is the center for New Hampshire and provides demonstrations and offers loans. AT in New Hampshire is a library of assistive technology. Anyone can become a member of the library and check out assistive technology, borrow it for 45 days. And the other thing that AT in New Hampshire provides is trainings. Math is demonstrating understanding of the abstract science of numbers, quantity, and space. Assistive technology can provide ways of demonstrating understanding. It can offer tools for active engagement and offer tools for independence. The Assistive Technology Continuum for Math is available at the wadi.org website under the Assistive Technology Consideration to Assessment tab. Consideration for assistive technology should follow the continuum guidelines and start off with low-tech solutions and then move toward mid-tech to high-tech solutions to support the learner and the task in the environment. Math and low-tech assistive technology can be a great gateway to success, independence, and efficiency with meeting math goals. A couple of unique learning profiles that could benefit from assistive technology are individuals who experience dyscalculia or dysgraphia. The WADI Assistive Technology Continuum for Math suggests starting off with low-tech handwriting supports. Assistive technology is any device used to maintain or improve an individual's functioning and independence. There are many low-tech devices that can be considered assistive technology. Guided hands on the left to support forearm weakness, large pencil grips, the picture in the middle, to support grasping weakness, and a slant board that can hold the paper in place and offer good handwriting posture. Low-tech assistive technology to support math can be any adaptation to the workspace and how the learner is seated. Having the feet flat on the floor gives stability through the lower body and the core. Stability is necessary for adequate mobility of the hands. Ergopedia, the Ergonomic Encyclopedia, is a great resource for offering a variety of different adaptations to the workspace to support a good writing posture, as well as footrests. They offer suggestions for slant boards and pencil grips. Low-tech assistive technology is a supplementary aid and should be documented in the IEP. Here are a few examples of low-tech assistive technology to support math: raised line paper, highlighters, dome magnifier, bar ruler magnifier. And what should be included in the IEP is the frequency of use. When good dexterity is lacking, it can be challenging to manipulate small objects. Different rulers offer different ways of grasping the ruler. There are so many low-cost rulers available, and finding the just right grasp is important. Having an opportunity to try out different rulers in an effort to find the most efficient tool for the task can lead to successful active engagement and independence. Having the right assistive technology is essential. Here are some low-tech assistive technology to support low vision, blindness, or provide cognitive cues. The fraction ruler includes fractions written onto the ruler. Rulers can include tactile bump outs or braille, and there are 3D printers that are widely available, so an individualized, customized ruler can be printed out to support a learner's unique profile. Low-tech assistive technology for math should be considered as a handwriting alternative. Using number stamps to stamp out equations is a handwriting alternative that can reduce the frustrations of handwriting and build success. The magnetic math cylinder is another low-tech assistive technology that can be offered to a learner to demonstrate their understanding of math facts. and there are magnetic math letters that are widely available to offer a learner a handwriting alternative to writing out mathematical equations. Assistive technology can also be an aid to help a learner actively engage in mathematical thinking of abstract thoughts, providing them with physical manipulatives so they can demonstrate visual representations of the math process. Low-tech assistive technology can support algebra, geometry, and with the grid dry erase board can support the understanding of tables and graphs. Low-tech assistive technology can be implemented to support higher level mathematics. Physical manipulatives and visuals are more than number tiles and number magnets, and they can be made available to a learner to support inclusion in trigonometry. There are magnetic tiles to support the Pythagorean theory, and there is the TrigMate, an assistive technology manipulative to simplify geometric measurements such as length, distance, and angles. Physical manipulatives to support math can be providing a learner with a unique set of measuring devices that are color-coded, or, as the Euclid demonstrates, have a different design to it. Instead of the traditional measuring cup, the Euclid is designed to reduce errors when measuring liquids, which is an important thing for a learner who is interested in cooking. Measuring cups with a slight twist to support vision or color coding to support cognition can lead to mathematical success. Physical manipulatives that include a mid-tech component as an assistive technology to support an ease of use that low-tech tools do not. For the learner who has a strength in math and is hopeful for a math career, a reversible angle finder may be the measuring tool to provide a strategy for difficulty with physically manipulating a low-tech protractor. For a learner who experiences low vision, a digital talking thermometer may be that mid-tech assistive technology to support the measurement of temperature, and a digital tape measure can help with the measuring of the length and the width of objects, once again, for a learning profile who finds using a tape measure too physically difficult. Digital manipulatives are a mid-tech tool and assistive technology to support math concepts and visualization of math concepts. The Math Learning Center offers specific apps, digital manipulatives in different mathematical concepts. These apps are available on an iPad, or they are available as apps for the Chromebook. Here is another sampling of the Math Learning Center apps that are available in a variety of mathematical concepts for the iPad or for the Chromebook, and all of these apps are free. Digital manipulatives and digital math paper are a middle tech assistive technology to offer a handwriting alternative for geometry. The geometry pad is available on an Apple iPad or on an Android tablet, and there are a variety of digital manipulatives that can help a learner to demonstrate their understanding of angles and segments and perpendicular bisectors. So this is a really robust assistive technology that can eliminate the need to use a low-tech protractor or a low-tech ruler. Digital talking worksheets can be an assistive technology for a learner who benefits from immediate feedback of their responses, or for a learner who needs a handwriting alternative for worksheets. low-tech assistive technology to offer active engagement with basic math facts practice. There are many flashcards that are available. There are also some options to add an extra feature to some flashcards that can provide a visual cue, such as touch math flashcards. There are websites where specific decks can be tweaked and printed out. Assistive technology can be low-tech with a unique design or a unique tweak to the flashcards to meet a unique profile. They can include customized images, customized colors, or have a tactile component. Digital math facts as an assistive technology to support mastery of basic math facts. Math slides are available for the iPad, and they are available in a variety of different math fact skills. They are presented in two modes. They can be presented in a competition mode or a collaboration mode, and each single app that works on a different skill, such as place value, tens and ones, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, are presented in a predictable format. So each app will look the same. Each way that the user actively engages with the app will remain the same. What changes is the content, or what changes is the skill. Calculators as a low-tech assistive technology to help with math problem solving when a learner has a profile where they haven't mastered basic math facts yet. And a calculator can be an assistive technology that can help them to do grade level math, to help them use a compensatory strategy such as a calculator. To get into higher level math, there are calculators that are designed to offer large buttons for individuals, for learners who experience low vision. There are talking calculators. There are calculators that offer large buttons and auditory supports. And there are calculators with large buttons that are also graphing calculators. So there are a variety of low-tech calculators that can help a learner with math problem solving. Digital calculators as an assistive technology to be used as a compensatory strategy for a learner who does not have basic math fact mastery. With a calculator, the learner has the potential to solve complicated math problems quickly and in an efficient manner. Calculators can support a learner to focus on understanding how to solve the problem rather than focus on basic math calculations. There are a variety of digital calculators available: talking digital calculators, algebra calculators, large print calculators, and graphing calculators. Digital graphing calculator combined with digital graphing paper can be an assistive technology used as a handwriting alternative. GeoGebra offers those two tools together in a mid-tech assistive technology. The learner can write out the equations and then can plot out the lines on a graph. The Desmos app is available at the Google Play Store or at the iOS App Store, and it is an assistive technology that can provide a handwriting alternative for math, offering digital graph paper as well as a digital graphing calculator. And it can provide a digital workspace for applying mathematical principles, and also it can provide some test practice. Digital calculators can offer specificity with the functionality that they offer, and as an assistive technology to support weakness in basic math facts, a calculator can be used as a compensatory strategy for the learner in a consumer math class. At goodcalculators.com, there are a variety of different calculators to support a specific task related to consumer math or personal finance. My Script Calculator is a handwriting calculator for a learner who prefers to use a calculator with handwritten equations. My Script Calculator will recognize their handwritten equation and provide them with formative feedback on if their answer is correct or incorrect. My Script Calculator is a handwriting recognition calculator. Included in the assistive technology continuum for math is the abacus. This is a picture of a low-tech abacus. An abacus is an aid for mathematical operations. So an abacus can provide a visual of the mathematical operation, and it also can help to visualize the process of calculations. In digital abacus, to be used as an assistive technology to support the visualization of the operations of math, Number Rack, which is an app by the Math Learning Center, also includes digital paper. So the digital abacus can be included as a assistive technology to support math operations and also as an assistive technology to offer a handwriting alternative. Digital adaptive math paper as mid-tech assistive technology to support the use of digital graph paper for clear spatial arrangement of numbers and to align math problems. Digital adaptive math paper assistive technology as a handwriting alternative for math. This is the Math Paper app. This is only available on the iOS iPad operating system. This is a word processing software specifically for math. It offers graph paper. This graph paper can be enlarged significantly for learners who experience low vision. This app includes a variety of different keyboards, and the keyboards make it possible to use handwriting alternative as an equation editor, and all the mathematical notation requirements are included on the keyboards that are part of this app. Notability can also be included in the digital adaptive math paper category. Notability offers graph paper that can be enlarged to support low vision. Notability offers different authoring tools for mathematical equations. There is no keyboard that is available, but there are handwriting tools, digital pens, digital ink, as well as the typical keyboard that can be used. And there is an audio note taker so that a learner has the opportunity to verbalize their equations as needed. OneNote can be included in the digital math paper category as an assistive technology handwriting alternative for math. The feature that OneNote also offers is the equation editor, and in remembering the way that the equation editor looked in the math paper app, in the OneNote, the equation editor is a pop-up, and the pop-up is quite small, but the pop-up can be tweaked, so it can include the symbols that the learner would need to include in the equations that they need to write. Google Docs can also be considered a digital math paper and an assistive technology to offer handwriting alternatives for math. And here is an example of their equation editor. Their equation editor is also quite small. So as we're starting to consider assistive technology to support handwriting alternatives, we need to remember what does the learner have familiarity with? Are they already using Google Docs? And would it offer them an ease of use to become familiar with the equation editor that is a part of what software they are familiar with, rather than having to learn a new software? And the other thing to consider is, does the equation editor that is a part of Google Docs or a part of OneNote offer the features that are required to bring that learner success? This Is a picture of Microsoft Word that's included in Office 365, and Microsoft Word can be considered an assistive technology as a handwriting alternative to support math, and included in their ribbon of word processing tools is the equation editor. There are two things to think about in consideration of assistive technology. Does this equation editor provide the learner with the presentation and the tools that they are needing to write out their equations successfully? Are they very familiar with Microsoft Word, and transitioning to a new software would be overwhelming for the learner? So those two things are always at the forefront of decision making. Equatio is a Chrome extension that can be used with any Chrome browser on a desktop, on a laptop, or on a Chromebook. It is math software and can provide an assortment of assistive technology. It provides handwriting recognition for a learner who demonstrates handwriting that's not quite legible. The Equatio will convert it into clear, accurate equations. It also provides a feature that is called math prediction. So as the equation editor is used to type out a math problem, math prediction will help to complete it, reducing the keystrokes that are required. Equatio also offers voice input as a way to interact and demonstrate understanding of math. So there are math assistive technology that is available with Equatio to support a variety of learning profiles. On the assistive technology continuum, web simulations is listed as an assistive technology to support math. Here is a website, PHET Interactive Simulations. This website provides a lot of computer-generated simulations in a variety of mathematical concepts. On the assistive technology continuum to support math is speech recognition. For the purpose of this presentation, speech recognition will be bundled with audio notes. In this slide, this is an example of EduCreations, which is an app for the iPad, and it can offer the learner the ability to create audio notes and to verbalize step-by-step math problems to help to support understanding of the math process. EduCreations can also be used for peers or teachers to create math notes that also include the auditory component to support learners who benefit from multisensory access to math notes and learning materials. Smart pens can be used as assistive technology to offer the learner the option of creating audio math notes. There are an assortment of smart pens that are available. The LiveScribe pen is one model that requires specialized math paper that includes little dots. The learner can create their own notes on this digital dotted paper, or their peer or their teacher can create some step-by-step directions, and that can be embedded in the paper notebook that the learner can access at a later time or can access to help to support the independent completion of a math problem. The same thing is true of the classroom pen or any of the other types of smart pens that are available. With the classroom pen, post-it notes, specialized post-it notes can be purchased, and once again, the learner or a peer or a teacher can record the step-by-step process required to complete a math problem. Equatio is an assistive technology for math. Embedded as part of the assistive technology tools that are available in this specialized math software is speech recognition. Speech recognition, a learner can use their voice and equatio would convert it into mathematical symbols. On the assistive technology to support reading is included smart pens that have a text-to-speech component. There is the ability to scan words and get some auditory feedback for using it as assistive technology to support math whenever there is a reading component to the math instruction or to the active engagement in demonstrating math understanding. Text-to-speech reader pens come in a variety of different makes and models, and this is just a few examples. One is the Orcam, and the other is the reader pen. Assistive technology to support math comprehension is to provide visual representations. There is a website called Number Talk Images that can provide a variety of different photographs that can be included into a math annotation worksheet, and the learner can create a mathematical equation based on a visual. The Quantile Framework for Mathematics is a website resource to support learners in preparation for planning for college or career readiness. The Quantile Framework is a measurement tool that can measure present level of performance and what is a baseline quantile or what is a baseline skill requirement for college or career readiness. The Video Math Prep GED is an app that can be installed on a iOS iPad or on an Android tablet. It was designed by the Florida Literacy Coalition, and its purpose is to provide learners with frequent practice in a format of watching a video and then demonstrating understanding. If there are any skill gaps, this can work as a remedial app to help a learner to gain a more well-rounded proficiency in the math skills to ensure that they are college and career ready. Assistive technology is documented in an IEP in the Supplementary Aids and Services section. There is a section that would include documentation of is assistive technology needed, yes or no, and then descriptions of the frequency of need, the duration of need, and the location of need. Assistive technology is not a goal unto itself, but the descriptors of assistive technology can be included as part of the IEP goal. Examples of assistive technology in an IEP: given math worksheets with immediate feedback on correctness. S will add and subtract fractions with 85% accuracy. Given digital math manipulatives, S will add and subtract fractions with 85% accuracy. Given digital math paper with equation editor keyboard, S will complete multiplication and division with 85% accuracy. S will initiate use of digital graph paper to facilitate alignment for accurate calculations 75% of the time. Some examples of assistive technology as an IEP accommodation. S can use a digital audio recording device to verbalize problems step by step to make sure he or she understands each step. S can use a digital audio recording to talk through the problem out loud before starting. S can use a talking pen when working with word problems to support weakness with decoding. S can use manipulatives and include the specific description of the manipulative on tests and quizzes. Additional samples of assistive technology accommodations in the IEP: Provide S with a screen captured video of the steps needed to complete the math problem. S can use a highlighter with an adaptive grip and a slant board with a paper holder to indicate important words that indicate the math process. Some sample assistive technology accommodations: provide digital graph paper for clear spatial arrangement of numbers and to align math problems. Provide increased print sized digital paper. Provide low-tech talking calculator. Provide an on-screen calculator, or provide an on-screen talking calculator. Provide equation editor that includes speech to text. Provide electronic math worksheets that offer immediate feedback on answers. Provide digital math pad. Provide digital math manipulatives. Provide adaptive measuring device. Please know that if you have any questions about any of the assistive technology presented in this presentation, or if you have any questions about the Assistive Technology Library, AT in New Hampshire, you can email me at linda.beliveau@unh.edu, or you can call me at the number below.